And here's the opening pull. This is Dave Panapacker along with Luke Ryan. We're here calling the New York Rumble at DC Current Game. We have Kolek with the disc, MVP candidate. Oh, and New York comes out with a zone. Looks like a three-man cup.
It looked like DC tried to start with a side stack there and has transitioned into their hoe.
As Schaffner dumps it over to Ong, who goes up to Pryl, working the sideline. Oh, that's a turnover.
That's a bad turn there, Dave.
Pryl threw it too far ahead of Schaffner. And so New York gets the disc going downwind.
Had nothing but space there. Let's see if New York can punch it in here.
If they get this first break, that's awesome.
Great around throw.
Oh, Kolek almost had it.
Here's Jabron in.
Oh. A little bit of a miscommunication there. As Schaffner works it up the line.
It's another terrible turn, won by both teams to start the game. Oh, and he's wide open at the cone.
And Schaffner gets the goal. So we see the wind played a little bit of a factor, it seems, but DC was able to overcome that mistake. All right, so here we go. Chris Mazur gets the disc, throws it up the line, gets it back.
New York's getting some good movement off these first 2 points.
Seeing some good swinging up. And that's a bad throw by Isaac Saul.
Bad throws, have been the plague of his season so far, Dave.
Definitely.
Possible Rookie of the Year candidate in Ike.
Yep.
Just has to cut down on those turns.
We see the wind throwing him up.
Oh, great D there. A good no call, I think, Dave.
No, that was a good no call indeed. Is that number? That was David Vukovic with the D. Mazur looking up line.
And Iggy's at the Iggy gets looked off. I thought he was open at the cone.
Mazur swinging it around.
Iggy's still
So
open.
Isaac
He's
Saul.
running.
Oh.
New York has been a different team since Iggy started to get more involved, Dave.
Oh, definitely. Last week's highlight play.
Foul called.
Sir, foul on the throw.
And the foul bails out. Was that Mazur?
Yep.
Foul bails out Mazur on a terrible throw.
So they're about a yard out of the end zone. Mazur's able to put it up.
So far, Dave, through 2 points, New York, we've seen what their issues have been all year.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of turns, a lot of drops, a lot of unnecessary throwaways, I would say, Dave.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how they can do it today. Playing spoiler. Ong catches the pull, gets it off to Kolek. Alan Kolek, excuse me.
And there's that zone again from New York.
Yeah, the three-man cup. Looks like they have Sean Murray deep. Sean Keegan on the sideline gets an up and around to Kolek.
So I want to keep him on the sideline here, Dave. Oh, almost got a piece there.
Woo. Well, Ong's in the backfield to pick it up. Gets it across to Kolek. And over to Keegan.
With the no-look throw.
It looks like a loose cup. I mean, you see.
They're daring them to throw into this wind, Dave.
They are. And they're just doing little dishy passes right now.
I think DC is the last team that you want to dare to do anything on offense.
Well, Schaffner's not back there, and he's the one who's most likely to huck it deep. Oh, hold on. You got Keegan looking upfield, but no. Oh,
there it is.
Oh, there's the
and
D.
there's the D they were looking for.
Number
so far,
24,
that zone.
Ben Fleming, who was listed as probable, but he is playing today.
Here's Smash.
Oh, and he hammers it across field.
Oh, that was
a
pretty.
beauty.
Great throw by Smash. And New York with the break.
So it's 2-1 here. New York up. They just got a break point.
See if they can keep it running.
Mazur lets loose the pull. DC is going to be going downwind. Schaffner gets the disc to Kolek.
When he had him deep, gets looked off.
Pryal on the in cut, back to Schaffner.
2 DC players cutting deep on that play.
New York is not running their zone this time. I guess
they're going downwind.
Yeah, it's a good idea to switch to man there. Kolek is upfield. He's so squirrely. Didn't see him go upfield. There's Vukovic getting in again. And Pryal and
Peter Pryal.
Simple working up the field by DC. That's what they do best.
If New York can hold on to these downwind points, can take care of the disc, which has been their problem all year, Dave. Take care of the disc, and we might have an exciting fourth quarter.
DC with a short pole going into the wind. We get Delrico Johnson with the disc. Swings it over to Mazer. That's a throw to Ignacio Ease. And gets it around to Mazer again. Upfield to Delrico. Delrico thinking about throwing it deep. But he gets it to...
there it is again.
Gets it to Ease, and Ease... Good
so,
upline
so
cut.
far today, Iggy's been open on all of his cuts. Dave, Iggy with another strong point. The more I see of this kid, the more I like him. He's played less than 40 points than the other top Rumble players. Nunez has seemed to come around to him, and it's obviously paying dividends.
Murray with a pull. That's just out of
just
bounds.
out.
Right around the 10-yard line. Kolek's going to pick up the disc.
Walk up to the brick mark.
So Kolek and Pryal have a little bit of a friendly competition going with points over the season. It's exciting.
That'll be a fun thing to talk about during the game.
And here's the zone, but interesting because DC's going downwind this time. Kolek gets an upline throw.
What a throw by
up to
Kolek.
Grabowski, who gets it to Ong. And Ong.
Once that cup was broken, Dave, there's nothing they could have done.
No,
he's not in.
Not in net. Kolek, 3 guys there, but he's able to get it to number 80, Paul Grabowski. So we've seen downwind points most of the game, except for that first one by DC, where they got upwind. And DC pulls it upwind here.
With this strong wind, that 1 or 2 breaks might decide the game, Dave.
Definitely. We'll see how it goes. A deep throw down to number 18, Ignacio Ease. But it wasn't there.
Iggy didn't look like he was ready for that throw, Dave.
Nah, he was boxed out. That was Eric Salmi, who knocked it out at the back of the end zone, and he's taking it to the line now. Salmi gets it up line to Brian Marshall.
It's a good upline cut.
Yeah.
He's looking dumb.
That's
good defensive pressure by New York, even after the turn.
Yep.
And the Rumble get the disc back. Someone's got a cut for him.
Gets it to Michael Hennessy, who I mistakenly called Delrico Johnson. Delrico Johnson is number 4 on the current. That's my mistake. So there's Michael Hennessy, number 4 on the Rumble.
Someone's got a cut. Someone's got a cut, Dave. And he's there. There we go. Hennessy
To Vukovic.
getting picked up on his upline.
Saul is dump along back with
oh, if that
Bosco.
can stay in. Great throw, great
Wow.
catch. An exciting game so far, Dave.
Yep.
Some good defense being played by both teams. Wind, obviously, a huge factor.
It's 4-3 New York with 3:08 left in the first. Sean Murray pulls it. His last pull was out of bounds. So we have Lloyd Blake picking up. Haven't heard his name a lot this season.
Good double team by New York.
Keegan with a scuba over to Kolek.
Oh, a little
busted
too much
deep,
by Allen.
Yeah. Schaffner was not ready for that downwind put.
And another break opportunity for New York.
So Schaffner on the mark as New York's about to work it up. Jabron Miser, one of the newer members of the Rumble. And a bad dump throw.
Nice bid. Evan thought that he had it. Oh!
And Schaffner.
I think Evan Walter, if he had bid on that, I think we could have seen another D by Evan Walter there. He can't be scared to get his body on the line. Score is tied, 4-4. 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first quarter. See if New York can hold here.
So Saul picks up the disc. Kuzmowicz gets it up line. Dishes it back to Saul. Do we usually see Saul playing the handler position?
Saul? Oh, yeah. Yeah, dude. He's their main handler.
So we have Mazer with a disc in the center of the field, going downwind.
Good high release flick there. Great break.
So here's the pull.
Some good distance there into the wind.
Schaffner picks it up. Gets it over to Sean Keegan. Sean Keegan looking deep.
Going up on Jabron. Jabron's got good positioning. Great D.
Boy. Jabron's able to D. Paul Grabowski down in the end zone. Miser.
And another break opportunity for New York. Their D-line has been playing a good game so far, Dave.
Yeah, but it's upwind.
Smash takes off deep.
Oh, this is the first upwind put we've seen.
Oh,
but Pryle's there to take care of it.
D.
Tom Doy over to Keegan.
I think both teams are going to let that throw go all game.
I don't expect to see many of them. There's Ong. And there's Doy coming across the field to pick it up. Jeff Wodach over to number 2, Sean Keegan.
47 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter, and the game is tied 5-5.
New York receiving the pull. DC trying to roll it, but it just rolls it straight down the field.
Ike picks up.
Ike picks it up, yep, to Mazer. Mazer's in the center of the field with no mark. Gets it across to number 44, Robbie Gillies. Up line,
some
to
type
Vukovic.
of zone man hybrid that I'm seeing. I'm confused with what I'm seeing, Dave.
Looks just like man now. And Mazer mishandles the throw from number 4, Michael Hennessy. So now DC has a chance to work it up the field, and DC launches a deep
and that's a floater.
Yeah. Oh.
Get it down. Catch your D's.
Oh, wow. At DC.
Dave, you know what we always say.
Catch your D's.
New York has to catch their D's. They had 2 Rumble players touch the disc there before it came down.
DC got lucky on an upwind huck that floated all the way down right next to the end zone.
5 seconds left in the first quarter on the pull.
One of his teammates batted it to DC, so it's that was big though because New York gets the distance from the second, so that was like a super great 19.
And
so
that's
Matt Baum is not able to get the throw off before the end of the half, but going upwind, not going to happen. So 6-5.
an exciting
DC
first
leads.
quarter. Some great defense played by both sides. Seen a cleaner offense from the Rumble, and DC has been DC.
So we see DC on the left side going downwind, pulling to New York. Let's see how DC's D-line responds to this downwind point.
Throwing into the wind, New York is.
So we have Mazur with the disc. Terrible throw to Dave Vukovic.
And those are the mistakes and the turns that I was talking about before.
So Frederick Sy gets it to Dan Cantor. 7-5 DC up. They're pulling upwind this time. So they get a downwind break. And we'll see what New York's offense can do going downwind.
Oh.
Ooh.
Could have been a big D opportunity there. Tell Smash to get out of the lane.
So that's Jabron Miser. Getting a lot of touches. So Smash gets it up. Little floaty pass over there from Jake Herman.
I think DC is trying to throw a two-man wall. They're giving them the center throw. Oh,
Yeah, that's what it
nice
looks like.
lofty high release.
So we have there's a call on the offense.
This is a pick called. Jabron making some nice cuts early in this
Yep.
game.
Dumps it to Saul. Saul goes around to Lucas Murphy. Sean Murray makes a nice cut. Dumps it to Saul on the sideline. Saul looking. Ooh,
Oh, good
threads the
break throw.
needle.
Jabron's open on the break side, and it's not. No one's looking his way.
They're not making many cuts in the end zone.
Smash was just waiting for a cut.
Yep. So
The wind seems to be really picking up on the field.
yeah, we see the American flag on the side, blowing pretty well. Wind's still going left to right. It's a nice pull from Sean Murray.
New York needs to get down there faster, especially with a floaty pole like that.
Sean Keegan with the disc. Disc gets around to. There's a foul.
It's a pick.
Another pick, yeah.
Pick called on DC, I believe. Yes. Great break throw by Colic.
That was around to Jeff Wodach, who gets it up to Pryl. Pryl tries the deep throw, but
Was that a foot block?
I'm not sure.
A bad throw. A rare bad throw by Peter Pryl. I wouldn't be surprised.
So we have Matt Baum on the sideline. Gets it over to.
Oh, Evan Walter.
Tries to get it over, but doesn't quite make it. Pryl gets it over to Kolick. Kolick up
Kolick
to Tom
with a high
Doy for the
release
score.
backhand. Dave, that was, I think, the third or fourth time that New York has gotten a break opportunity and then on the next or second to next throw have thrown it away. They're
Yeah.
getting the opportunities. They're just not capitalizing.
No, and although the wind has played a factor, they got to be more careful and more patient with the disc. Let's see what they can do downwind and try and hold on. Mazur in the middle of the field. Gets it over to Bosco. Bosco over to
Ooh.
Hennessy. And Hennessy gets it up to Vukovic.
Here's Iggy.
Here's Iggy. Fakes it deep. There's Hennessy again. Swings it around to Bosco. Bosco close to a stall, but gets it around to Hennessy. Not many open cuts downfield, but
And he floats it to the front
There's-
cone.
Kuzmowicz. And that's up
Nice
to Mazur
layout.
for a
Great
nice
score.
goal. So the score is 8-7, 6:55 left in the first half. So New York throws a rolling pole.
Are they going to try to throw on a double team off the... Doesn't look like it.
Boston is probably
They're
the team
throwing-
that's best at that. Oh, here's the
Here's that
here's the
zone.
double team with the cut, but they get it up line. That's what you got to stop. There's Ong throwing it across the field to Schaffner. Schaffner with a nice break over to Jeff Wodach,
Oh, Schaffner.
who gets it to Schaffner. And for the score,
DC with the pull.
so New York's going downwind. They got to do their best to
Not
score
much
here.
distance on that pull at all, Dave.
No. About 30 yards out. So we got Vukovic with it.
New York had 2 wide open men downfield.
Mike Hennessy.
Not sure why it was holstered there.
They're going downwind. They can't be afraid to let it loose. Because Mowitz up to Saul. Saul lets it loose, but it's too far. Goes past the goalpost.
See if DC can get this break throwing into the wind.
Eddie Peters is starting with the disc.
A great cut.
Oh.
Just bounced off his hands.
That was Connor Maloney who couldn't make the catch.
Comes Mazer swinging it.
Over to Saul. Oh, Saul threads the needle with the soft spike from Vukovic.
We're talking about bright spots for the New York Rumble this year, and obviously Isaac Saul is and continues to be one of the bright spots, as does Mazer, who is having a bit of a drop-off from his MVP season last year. Mazer's second in the league in throwaways, and I think he's moved into the team lead before Tridiak of the Rainmakers has a chance to play later on tonight. But not far behind is Isaac Saul in 4th in the league in throwaways.
So Kolek has a disc. Looked like there was going to be a little bit of a double team there. DC moves it upfield to Tom Doy. Tom Doy getting double teamed.
Double team.
Oh, and he gets a beautiful around to Pryl. Timeout called. So we'll see how this double team works, since Kolek has that. Has just about every throw.
Anderson joking around with Kolek.
Oh,
Great
Kolek doesn't have a
defense
throw.
by New York, and he throws up a desperation hammer, and
Oh,
they come
man.
down with it. Great.
So that was Jeff
That's,
Wodach.
I don't
Jeff
know,
Wodach.
Dave.
Jeff Wodach
I
catching
don't-
the hammer.
You
know,
can
that's
play
been this-
perfect defense, but Kolek will still make a perfect throw.
I say New York can't give up on that double team if they get it on the sideline again like that. So here's
It seems their
Bosco.
double team seemed to have been working for him today.
Yeah, I mean, that's why the
That's
timeout.
another terrible turn.
That was number 3, Andrew Fickley. Oh. That's Eric Miner.
Let's see if New York can get this upwind throw.
Saul starts with it. Gets it up to Mazer. Mazer up to Vukovic. Vukovic back to Mazer. It's hard to get these throws upwind. That's ease. Walking highlight reel. Mazer with no mark. But now Dave Cranston gets on him. And then uppy throw.
It's hanging. Oh. Mazer,
Number
with
7.
another throwaway.
David Boylan Colchin.
Got to throw some more rotation on that disc in this win, Dave.
Yeah.
And that's going to hang up for another DC score.
Number 4, Del Rico Johnson.
The first couple of throws off the pull continue to be New York's worst enemy. Once they get into their offensive flow, they don't seem to be having a problem with these throwaways. It's just, I don't know what it is. Whoever keeps picking it up throws it to a current member.
Tabasco gets the disc right away. Gets it over to Lucas Murphy.
Good bid.
Ooh, Sean Murray catches a disc that was almost defended. It's Robbie Gillies. Gets it
Good
up to
snag by
Joe
Smash.
Smash. Joe gets an around to Matt Baum. Baum, a nice break throw. Back to Murphy.
New York needs to stop throwing these floaters. The wind's going to grab them. There's a pick called on New York.
It's
A
the
lot of
third-
picks called today.
Third one of the game, I think. So Murphy gets it up to Gets it up to Baum again. Baum throws it up to, is that Murray? Yes, Murray. Murray around to Murphy. And Bosco, with the layout, gets to it across the field.
Marquez open on the inside.
There's a hammer throw
Great
to
hammer.
Sean Murray.
I did not even see him on the back of the end zone there. Dave, New York's had some good offensive flow. I don't know what it is. I said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it until they prove me wrong. They're a little iffy on their first cuts off the pole.
Well, they're only down 3, but we haven't seen them convert many break opportunities here today. And now they're going. Now
See
DC's
if they
going
can get a
downwind.
D.
That's Ong. Up to Grabowski. Grabowski's looking upwind to Schaffner. Upline.
Cut Evan Walter out of his shoes on that one. Stall called.
Schaffner is stalled out on the
Walter
sideline.
gets him to stall out.
You don't see that very often from Schaffner.
Oh. Evan takes off deep. Gets looked off.
Mazer has it. That's upline to Mike Sender.
Good timeout call. This is a point that they really need here, Dave.
Mazer with the disc. Gets the break throw off to Hennessy. Hennessy with a good grab. Gets it up to Gillies. Gillies with no one to throw to. There's Hennessy.
Need some upfield cuts here for the Rumble, and he puts it. Great put.
Oh! Gillies almost had it, but couldn't hold on to it.
The wind really took that one, Dave.
Eddie Peters.
Oh! Great D.
Oh,
But
incredible
he's
D.
okay.
He stood up. So we got Vukovic.
Well, they get a second chance to punch in this break, Dave. Let's hope they convert. Oh, not in this
Mowitz
wind.
with a
Terrible throw.
Mowitz with a throw that just wasn't there. Going upwind, but you got to be able to convert.
Wasting opportunities. Minute and a half left in the half. Maybe a good time to call a timeout, and they do.
Ooh,
Oh, Scuber over the
Oh.
top. Marquez with the D.
Marquez Brownlee gets the D.
And he's in. Great break.
Throws it to number 47, Lucas Murphy. So we just saw DC get that break.
That was New York, Dave.
New York get that break. Excuse me. Working on it.
New York with the break. That's huge. They now have a minute, a roller, pulling with the wind at their back.
It's another good time to throw in a zone. It seemed to be working last time. Oh, and they do. They have the 3-man cup.
They have to seal that around throw better, Dave.
Yeah, the cup's got to move faster. Looks like they're trapping sideline. Over. So Kolick and Ong working with Keegan, looks like. There's a foul in the throw.
Foul New York.
And looks like they've abandoned their zone to a straight-up man look. Great D!
Oh, what a D!
What a D on the upline
Number
cut.
27.
Timeout New York.
After that great D on that upline cut, let's see if New York can get another break and send this into the half, only down 1.
So New York's going downwind. Saul with the disc. 42 seconds left in this half. Sends it up to Gillies. Gillies keeps it on the sideline up to Vukovic. There they go, get it off. Saul to Hennessy. Hennessy back to Saul. Saul gets it upfield to Gillies. There's Mazer. Number 33, Jake Herman. Gets it around to Saul. Saul's all alone in the back Nice in cut.
And it's going to, oh.
And Mazur cannot get to it.
Terrible route taken by Mazur on that point.
Yeah, he just ran all around. And that was Ignacio.
With 1 second left on the clock. That was New York's opportunity.
Scoreboard says 1.7. Yes. Yes.
And that'll send it to half. That's a real shame because in an upwind, downwind point like this, normally one break is guaranteed you to get another break. And New York just couldn't punch it in.
They had some time, but
not a terrible scoreline going into the half, though. Only down 2.
nope. It's 12-10. DC is up at halftime. So we're almost about ready to start off the second quarter, or the second half, excuse me. This is Dave Panapacker and Luke Ryan commentating on our first game, so enjoy.
And this is where that missed break opportunity really might come back to bite them. New York's pulling with the wind at their back. With a score at the end of the first half there, they would have been down 1 with another opportunity to break downwind. You have to convert those opportunities when you're given them.
So Schaffner's here on the close sideline. That's Ong with the disc right on the sideline.
It's a great mark by Marquez.
Marquez Brownlee, yeah. So it looks
He's
like Murphy
he's so
playing a
lanky.
loose mark.
Very difficult to get the disc around Marquez. Oh, and there's a throwaway. Marquez is taken off deep.
Ong tried to get it around Marquez and just poor pass.
It's the only throw that you can get with how lanky he is.
So that's Matt Wilson with the disc, number 27. Had a great D earlier.
But we see that a lot with New York's D-line. Anderson, Walter. Oh, and there's another floater. Colic coming in, doesn't get the D.
Just misses. It's Murphy thrown across.
But to finish my point, New York has a very long, athletic D-line.
Pick on New York.
Pick called on New York. They'll take it back 10 yards.
Another pick today.
Walter looking for a break cut. Nothing's there for him.
So Evan Walter with the disc right now, one of the newer players. Kolick comes over to double team, but he's able to get it around.
And here's the break opportunity that New York was looking for. Faked out of his shoes. He even had me fooled.
Baum had a look. And that's a stall. He did not get it off in time.
Wow, stall called. I don't know, with this wind, New York might have. But that was interesting, Dave. Where I think Coach Nunez is experimenting with Evan Walter handling here.
And he looked good.
He looked good doing it.
So Kolick's going to pick
Giving
it up.
him much needed experience for the rest of the season as well as next year.
There's Ong in the back. Gets it around.
New York's D-line
Marquez.
playing no ins because they're daring DC to throw into this wind. Oh, catch. Another instance. Got to catch your Ds. And Peter Pryl towing the line.
This DC crowd here, always fun to watch. Always into the game. They know what's going on. Some great fans here. DC with the pull. New York is going to receive it going upwind. So that's Hennessy going up to Mazur. Mazur has it. He's looking deep. Gets one
Iggy
off.
took 2 defenders with him on his deep cut.
Oh,
Fantastic offense here by New York.
Saul staying with it. That's good. That's because Mowat's able to keep it off the ground. So we got Mazur over here. Upline cut.
Thread in the needle.
Hennessy
No-
was
no
able to grab
call.
it between 2 defenders.
A surprising no call. That's been a foul that we've seen called. Oh,
Because Mowat's is able to throw it in.
New York held throwing into the wind, which is not something that's the first time they've done this all game. Let's see if they can get this break back. The wind's still just as strong as it was in the first half.
So we Kolek out on the O-line.
Very crucial point here for both teams.
If New York can pull the break, then they're only a point down. So we'll see what they can do.
God.
Schaffner and Kolek working it
Kolek
back and
running
forth.
circles around his mark.
Jeff
Oh, and
Bodach.
it's in the air.
Lloyd Blake.
Oh. Oh. Nice greatest attempt there.
From Keegan.
Was that a foot block or was that just an errant throw there, Dave?
Bad throw upwind. So Lucas Murphy with the disc on the sideline
Oh.
gets a nice throw to Murray.
And there he's
Jacks
up.
it deep.
Marquez under the disc. No, and all he's got to do is catch it. That's another break. And here we go, New York, ready to pull.
I say if New York can get another break right here, that would be 2 in a row. And it would be an
Is
upwind
that going to
break.
sit? Oh.
Oh, no.
Took a bounce at the last second there.
So DC is going to get a good starting position going downwind.
Seems the wind is starting to turn. Might be more of a crosswind now, Dave.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll see what happens as far as the Hawks
On
go.
the field, the wind is blowing left to right.
Kolek jacks it.
And that's a blade. Great
Jeff
D.
Bodach.
Kolek didn't get all of that. His throws haven't been as crisp as we've used to seeing them all season. Still a fantastic player nonetheless.
Interestingly, the downwind is giving him trouble.
We've seen Kolek miss on both of his huck attempts today.
So it's Lucas Murphy with the disc in the end zone. This is Callahan territory.
He's got to get rid of it. And
He's
there's
able,
the
to,
punt.
he's able to get it off,
Get
but
the punt. Here
party
comes
under the
a-
disc. And
Who caught it? Peter
Pryal.
Pryal. Oh, and
we have an
Marquez
injury.
Brownlee is down.
Marquez just looks a little shaken up.
Pryal came down with that disc. I have no idea how.
He just went up and got it. That's what he does best.
But here comes Brownlee coming off the field. Let's give him a hand.
All right, so here we see Schaffner with the disc. Gets it around to Pryal. Back to
Going up
Schaffner.
line. Anderson cuts down that offline.
Look out, Pryal going deep.
This is one of the few times I've actually seen Smash Anderson on Pryal. He seems to be doing a good job. Great throw. 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
So DC's pulling from right to left. New York is going to be going downwind. Hennessy picks up the disc, gets it to Saul. Saul goes around.
He's got to flatten out that throw.
Vukovic was able to keep it, though.
So good catch.
Oh, and
Oh.
Saul, bad throw. Bosco was not able to get there.
Glenpool making a great cut to the back cone. Gets looked off, and DC scores anyway. The DC crowd making their presence felt in a big way.
And DC has another chance for a break here. See Dominique Gibson on the field.
Haven't seen much of Dom today.
No, actually, he's not on the field. My mistake. So we have Mazer with the disc.
Oh,
It's a nice throw by Matt
It's-
Wilson.
it's only a bad throw if it's incompleted, Dave.
Risky throws.
That's a strip.
Sean Murray, was he stripped?
Yes, he was.
Strip on DC.
So Sean Murray gets to move it up about 10 yards.
Easy strip called.
Looks off Lucas Murphy.
But no one's cutting for him.
And then the double team.
And there's a stall.
He's not able to get it off in time.
It's when no one's cutting for him, what's he expected to
Eric
do?
Salmi did a nice job of pulling off and getting onto the double team. So here we see DC with another break opportunity, this time downwind.
There we go. Disc is in the air. Oh.
Eddie Peters on the throw.
DC gives it right back.
Chip Cobb not able to hang on to it. Mazur's going to pick up the disc. And they'll start over again, going upwind. Oh, he jacks
disc
Deshaun
in the
Murray.
air.
There's 3 defenders around
DC
him.
players.
So Delrico Johnson is the one who pulls it down.
Ripping it out of the air. Oh. DC still gives it right back. Terrible
Connor
drop.
Maloney cannot hold on to it. Lucas Murphy.
Probably the sloppiest point we've seen today so far by both teams.
He's got to get rid of it. That's another stall on the rumble.
He
not
looked
gonna
off.
do-
He looked off 2 wide open men.
And here's the double team New York's putting up. So Eddie Peters gets it over to Connor Maloney. Gets it to Eric Salmi. Might have been a little bit of travel there, but it's not called. Boyle and Colchin.
That's a stall.
Another stall.
3 stalls so far. You have 7 seconds. Timeout for New York.
Timeout.
Nunez explaining that they only have 7 seconds.
So we see Saul with the disc.
A
And an
big up and around.
Yep.
That
So
seemed to
Mazur-
be the play call, and they did it to perfection.
Yep. Vukovic has it on the other sideline. Back to Mazur. Mazur having trouble finding someone. He dumps it to Hennessy, though. Hennessy gets it up to Vukovic. Dumps it to Saul. Nice swing around to
When
Mazur.
he has a man deep, gets looked off.
Saul to Hennessy. Up. And Hennessy's
That's a
injured
travel.
here. I think he's injured too, but we'll see if they call the travel on that injury.
a travel. We see a lot of that happening in the league. Players calling their own injuries, not waiting for the official signal. By rule, that should have been a travel.
I think any player out there knows that an injury is something to be taken seriously. So it looks like we see Bosco here at the disc in Hennessy's place. He gets to Saul. Saul
And it's up
going
in the
deep
air.
to wide open.
Oh, he's out.
As Jake Herman.
Score by New York.
Jake Herman gets it up to Bosco to make it 15-13 DC.
Annoying to the spectators. So
Disc is in the air.
Hennessy every single time he fields the ball.
All right.
The wind is dying down a bit, more of a crosswind now. It'll be less of a factor the remainder of the game.
Well, here's Schaffner. You know what he likes to do.
Oh,
but he-
a rare bad throw from Markham Schaffner.
Grabowski was in front of the pass. He could not get to it. Here's Lucas Murphy. Lucas Murphy sends it up, but no one's there. Just two DC guys.
That was a punt of sorts.
Oh, it looked like a bomb was in the area, but he was going the opposite direction.
Got to make eye contact with your thrower in that situation.
Kolek breaks the double team, and they put it right on again.
Oh,
That's a bomb. Looks like he pushed Keegan a little bit.
Move it up 10 yards. Continue play.
Still on the sideline. Oh, Keegan gets it around to Kolek. There's Pryle with the disc. Pryle with a low throw to Lloyd Blake, and Lloyd Blake gets it up line.
Oh,
to
Peter
Kolek.
Pryle is.
Oh. That was Murphy who was ready for the throw.
Hello, ESPN, not top 10. Oh, Kolek. Oh!
Kolek wondering where they were.
Good timeout call.
Look out for Vukovic deep, but nope, he's come back in.
And the disc
Bosca's
is
wide
live,
open.
and he puts it
Saul
up.
puts it. He had some time.
Oh. And there's an
Incompletion. Looks like Delrico Johnson and David Cranston hit each other.
that was a bad no call, I think.
Yeah,
Saw
he
Del
got-
Rico
he
get
got a little
pulled
push.
down to the ground. A little push there in the back. Well,
That's going to be the end of the quarter.
that is.
Here's a roller. So we got Mazer picking up the disc. That was David Cranston on him. Vukovic able to pull it
Oh.
out.
Iggy all alone.
Iggy's
His man fell down. I don't know if he tangled legs with him,
Just
but
like
there
that-
was not a defender within 20 yards.
So it's DC's turn to get an upwind point. The wind hasn't been as much of a factor in the second half. Kolek with the scooper to Pryle. Kolek with all the throws. Love seeing him play. There's Keegan. Around to Ong. Ong gets it off in time to Kolek. Gets it up line to Pryle.
And this is that matchup we were talking about earlier. Anderson and Pryle. Anderson drops off to double team, and Pryle's left all alone. Kolek couldn't find him in time.
Get it back to Wodach. Smash Anderson on him. That's Tom Doy looking into the end zone. Good defense. But Calvin Ong is able to get in and get the score. So we have 9 minutes left here in the final quarter of game. New York receiving the pull. Here we see Mazer with the disc.
Close to getting stalled out there. New York's tired out there. They've had less and less open cuts as the game's gone on.
Hennessy and Mazer having a game of catch.
Hey,
But Mazer puts it deep to a wide open Kuzmowitz. Kuzmowitz not in the end zone yet. Oh, almost there. There's Saul standing on the end zone. Scoober
Scoober.
around to Mazer.
Marquez ripping the pull. Pinning him deep. New York not capitalizing. No one's down there on the first throw.
And New York looks a little tired. Kolek with a hammer up to
Third
Wodach.
third straight point
Wodach
has
getting
started with a hammer.
triple teamed. Is there a foul on the throw? So here we see Kolek with another scoober over to Ong.
I think he made a bet on the sideline that he would throw nothing but upside down throws.
You know, he might have today. He's holding it
He's
upside
holding
down.
it.
Up.
No more hammers.
There's Ong. Gets it around to
Kolek's
reset.
looking upfield.
Upline to Ong. Kolek sends it deep.
Marquez
but
coming
look out
off
for
the back.
Marquez. Oh! Marquez able to get in the way of Tom
Marquez
Doy.
forcing. He didn't get a piece there, but he got enough positioning. Great defensive play by Marquez Brownlee. Colic hasn't had that final throw that we're used to seeing today. Oh.
Yep. Kolek with the pushing foul.
A late foul call that should be called earlier.
Yeah, Kolek knows what he did. Kolek breaks the mark over to Joe Anderson. Oh, he had a wide open man up, but
Kolek had that lane poached.
Little bit of poachy, yeah. There's Matt Wilson getting it around. Vukovic has to get to there. He does.
Good
Cleans
read.
up. There's Joe.
That's a terrible throwaway.
Vukovic.
No one around. He had all day to throw that disc, Dave.
Yeah, smash was wide open. But now DC gets a chance. New York has to convert that if they want to tie the game, but
that would have tied the game if they. Oh.
All right, so we see.
Seems like Brownlee is giving them that deep put if they want to take it.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Here's Pryle looking up. Upside down to Wodach, and Wodach.
Oh.
Brownlee couldn't quite get there.
Jeff Wodach, 4th in the league in offensive efficiency. Not one of the main players you hear on DC. Everyone talks about Peter Pryle and Alan Kolek, as well as Markin Schaffner, but Jeff Wodach is just as important to this team.
So we see Mazer working it up. That's a bad throw by, was it Saul or was it Iggy?
That was Iggy.
Iggy. There's Chip Cobb with the disc. Had a great D last week against Boston.
Great layout. I have no idea how he got to that.
That was Eddie Peters. Beautiful catch.
I was sure that disc was down.
Saves Chip Cobb.
Save some
There's
for the highlight
Boylan
reel.
Kolich right on the corner of the end zone trying to get it off the line. And he gets it up. And would you look at that? Eddie Peters.
New York on the goal line with a chance to tie the game at 16, and all of a sudden, 1 minute later, and they're down 3.
Yeah, so we got 5:40 left in this game. Unless New York can come and tie it. They're down 3. So they have to score here on offense and get 2 breaks. We'll see what they can do. So we have Murphy with the disc.
The cuts from New York are just looking sloppy.
Yeah, they're probably tired, but I mean, if they want to hold on, they got to keep running hard. That's the most important thing that every coach stresses.
Mazer with another throwaway.
So DC here with the disc, 15 yards out of the end zone. Here's Fickley. Gets it around. Oh! Sean Murray isn't able to get the D.
Should have been a D by New York there.
If he had
Foul on 14 of New York.
Vukovic.
Oh, no.
No. It's number 3, Fickley, who has the disc about 15 yards out. Swings it around to Cody Johnston. There's Glenn Poole with the disc.
Oh!
What a
How
catch!
did you catch that?
I love it! So we got DC Poland here. It's 19-15, and New York, they've shown resilience most of this game, but here in the fourth quarter, haven't been able to pull it out. We'll see. I mean, just over 4 minutes left. There's 4 handlers back. It's a little too many. Here's Vukovic with the disc.
Disc is in
Vukovic
the air.
sends it up. That's because Mowit's running hard, but not able to get to it. There's Delrico Johnson sending it to Salmi.
It's an ill-advised tuck by New York there. They can't give up on their fundamentals just because they're down.
Cranston getting
Double
double teamed. That's Salmi again. Sends it across the field to Boylan Colchin. There's a pick on the field.
I'm liking the amount of pick calls that they're calling today. It's normally it's part of the game that the refs don't really pick up on.
Breaking Hennessy's mark. There's Salmi again with the disc. Getting around to Delrico Johnson, number 4 on the current. There's number 5, David Cranston. Gets it to Boylan Colchin again. There's Eddie Peters with the disc again.
And he puts up a disc to
Beautiful
the back
throw.
cone. Great
Delrico.
throw, great cut.
Earlier in the quarter, the score was 16-15, but now it's 20-15 in DC's favor. New York just slowing down. 2:56 left in the game. Lucas Murphy with the disc. Glenpool fouled him. Got Mazer with the disc here.
Mazer.
Sends it up. Oh,
Who got a piece of that?
that was a Cantor.
Another
Oh, no,
ill-advised
excuse me.
throw.
That was Fickley with the D. Fickley.
Sound like a broken record with all of these throwaways from Mazer.
Foul on New York.
Eric Miner got fouled there. Fickley jumping for the
Brownlee and
disc a little early.
Freeze jockeying for position. Some good physical play from the two of them on that upline cut.
There's some good defense from New York on the uplines there. And Bobby Gordon sends it deep, but Eric Miner is not able to get there in time. Fickley was in the area as well, but now New York has a chance to send it down. There's Joe Anderson with the disc. There's a call in the field.
Not quite sure what the call was.
Pick on New York.
Mazer has to
pick
a
call.
pick, and Mazer has to go back into the end zone. He is 10 yards deep. Let's see if DC wants to get it going. Oh, but Joe Anderson gets it out. Oh, Marquez. My mistake. Marquez gets it out. There's Joe Anderson sending it deep over the stack. But Sean Murray's not able to get there.
New York's been going for a quick strike offense, but not converting on any of their deep looks. There's a timeout called. Oh, nice snag.
grab from.
Oh,
Yeah, that was David. That was David Cranston who got
soft call.
got the nice catch, and then he got fouled by number 14 Vukovic. A minute 15 left in this game. Upline to Salmi.
DC just looking to possess the disc here, knowing. Oh, and a sweet low release
Ooh.
flick.
There's Delrico. Delrico sends
Bit
it
of
up.
a punt.
Oh, wow.
Cantor still comes down with it.
And here's Cranston. Cranston
DC,
holding on
instead
to
of
it.
trying to force it in, they're just looking to possess.
They don't. It's some kind of call, a pick or a foul.
Only 40 seconds left on the clock. They're just looking to run out the clock.
You know, we talked about this before. They don't want to take their foot off the gas, and I don't think they will. That's up, but not in. And there it is. So here we see DC pulling with 29.9 seconds left. Lands out of bounds. So with 30 seconds left here on the clock, New York has the disc. You know, I say they try and put it in. I mean, what else can you do at this point?
It's a real shame, Dave, because New York played a much better game than the scoreline is suggesting.
Just this fourth quarter, they've slowed down and have not been able to hang on to DC. You know, DC showing they can pull away when it comes down to it. New York shows that they should never be counted out. I mean, they held on for 3 strong quarters.
Needs to get rid of the disc.
7 seconds left.
2.
Cody Johnson almost gets the D, but then fouls Saul. About 1 second left. 0.9 seconds left.
10 seconds need to be put back on the clock.
Looks like up to 8. 10 seconds. 10 seconds left on the clock for Saul. He sends it up line. Oh, and a throwaway.
And that really just, that's the perfect way to end the game for New York, honestly.
You know, Hennessy made the cut.
Some DC wins to go 8-1 on the year. Don't count out this New York team. This 21-15. They had a chance to go even at 16s with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They played a very good game. They just kind of let it get away from them at the end there. I think that's it for me and Dave here. Final score: DC Current 21, New York Rumble 15.